Hi everyone, now you can hear me by phone. So I apologize for all my technical issues today. My computer crashed last week and they are doing diagnostics on it and trying to fix it. And in the meantime, I'm using an old version of a computer from last year, 2007. And at that point, Paltalk did not have Paltalk Scene. So I just downloaded that, but I don't have a video cam on it because I used to use this little extra video cam that they gave me, and now my new computer has one built in. Anyway, so real quick, we're just going to have a little chit-chat about dating, sex, romance, love, and relationships over here on Love Samantha Daniels Style. Conversation that I brought up a little bit is the topic of sex. I asked if anybody in the room was planning on having any good sex this week, and nobody said anything at all. So my question is that because you're embarrassed to say that you're going to have good sex because you are not in a relationship with someone so you can't have sex, or is it because you're in a relationship with someone and the sex isn't good? Because everybody wants to have sex and everybody wants to have good sex. So I was talking to one of my clients this week, and she's been dating someone for a little while, and she's thinking about stepping into that sexual arena, finally crossing the line with a guy who she's been dating for a little while, and she's decided that now might be the time to actually have sex with him. But she's been putting it off for a while, and I think that he's starting to think that he shouldn't ask for it anymore, and now she's ready, and she doesn't know how to let him know that she's ready to actually cross the line from just kissing and heavy petting to actually having sex. So throw out in the room to you men, how do you want a woman to let you know that she wants to have sex? And women, what have been some of your little tricks and some of your little hints that you've given to a guy who you've been involved with to let him know that you're ready to cross the line? Because sometimes it's scary to cross the line. You're dating somebody for a while and you're thinking about getting sexually involved with them, but you're nervous about it because it turns the relationship into something much more serious than it was prior to the sex. You can be kissing someone and spending time with them and even getting undressed with them, but when you actually have sexual intercourse, it brings a whole nother dimension into the relationship. And so a lot of people wait. You know, there are two schools of thought. Sometimes you want to get it over with right in the beginning so that you make sure that the sex is good so that you can decide whether or not you want to go forward with somebody. And then the other school of thought is that you want to wait until you get to know the person and when you have a real emotional connection or emotional foundation for it before you go and have sex, because a lot of times sex can complicate things and can cloud the issue at hand, because you could meet someone, you could have great sex with them, but maybe a lot of other things are missing in the relationship. And if that's the case, then you don't want to be in a relationship if you're looking for a real one that just has good sex. But at the same time, if you wait too long and everything else is in place, and then you go to have sex and it's not good at all, then what? So I see Miss Romance hand is up, so let's take a question or a comment from her. Go right ahead. Miss Romance, you want to pick up the mic, please? Her mic is disabled. How about now? How about now? Try it again, Miss Romance. So I want to know, Miss Romance, why did you choose the nickname of Miss Romance for Paltalk? Are you in a relationship? Are you looking for a relationship? Are you dating on Paltalk? Talk to me about how you picked your nickname. Okay. Silence, we don't get to know. It's like a game that we have to guess what it is. Well, I like the idea of a nickname, Miss Romance, because I think when you're dating or when you're in a relationship, romance is actually one of the most important things. And I think in today's day and age, people forget about romance all the time. I think that they don't even think about that, and a lot of times romance is lost by the fact that we use. Can you pick up your mic now? I'm hearing a lot of. Oh, now I'm echoing. Some people. Okay, so I'm just going to keep talking until Miss Romance figures out how to pick up her mic. So getting back to romance, I think that a lot of times romance is lost because of modern technology, because if you're sending emails and text messages all the time, or you're chit-chatting online or on Facebook or all these different things, I think that it loses that personal touch and that romance. And I think that it's so nice. And you know, men, let me tell you something. Women notice when you go back and be a little old-fashioned. So whether it's when you're dating, instead of doing the texting and the emailing, they actually pick up the phone and call and have a real conversation, a woman notices that. I mean, that might sound so basic, but today everybody is emailing and texting, and very few people are on the phone. If you're romantically interested in someone, you want to have that personal one-on-one contact, in person, face-to-face, and also by phone. The phone is so much more personal and so much more connecting than a text message or email could ever be. And also with text message and emails, things get lost in translation. It's just hard to understand what someone means, their innuendo, sarcasm, the whole 9 yards. So I see Amorous, your hand is up. Can you pick up the mic?
Well, I certainly can. Thank you very much, Samantha. This whole thing about, like, when is it right and when should, you have sex, I think it's really completely dependent on the circumstances. I mean, they're so unique. Each and every relationship is so absolutely unique. I came back from a conference, and I was at this conference, and I was at a club, and I was talking to this girl. We had a really great time. We'd seen each other at the conference earlier, and so it was kind of set up that we wanted to talk to each other. We left the bar. We're on the beach.